Imagine this. It's the middle of the night. The ocean is completely still. Even the wind has gone silent. And in the middle of that darkness, a ship, the largest, most advanced ship ever built, is moving forward on its very first journey. People are laughing. Music is playing. Glasses are clinking. They believe they are witnessing history. But in reality, they are about to become part of one of the greatest disasters in human history. His is the story of the RMS Titanic. But this isn't just a story about a ship. It's a story about human pride, about confidence, and about a mistake that should have never happened. The early 1900s. The world was changing fast. Industry was booming. Powerful companies were competing for dominance. One of them was the White Star Line. Their goal was simple: to build the most luxurious and the safest ship in the world. And so, they began working on something extraordinary. Titanic. This wasn't just a ship, it was a floating city. It had swimming pools, a gym, a grand staircase, and first-class areas that felt like luxury hotels. But the most dangerous thing wasn't the design. It was the belief. They called it unsinkable. And that was the beginning of the problem. Think about this. If you truly believe something can never fail, what happens? You become careless. And that's exactly what happened with Titanic. There were not enough lifeboats. The ship was moving too fast through dangerous waters. Ice warnings were ignored. The captain, Edward Smith, was highly experienced and respected. But even experience has a weakness: overconfidence. And when humans become overconfident against nature, nature always wins. April 14th, 1912, 11:40 p.m. A voice suddenly cuts through the silence. Iceberg right ahead. But it was too late. The ship turns, but not enough. And then, impact. No explosion. No dramatic crash. Just a slight vibration, as if nothing serious had happened. People continued laughing. Music kept playing. No one realized that below the surface, disaster had already begun. Titanic was built with advanced engineering, 16 watertight compartments. The idea was simple. Even if a few compartments flooded, the ship would survive. But the iceberg did something unexpected. It tore through multiple compartments. Water started entering, slowly, silently. And deep inside the ship, the engineers understood the truth. This ship is going to sink. But there was a bigger problem. No one believed it, because they had been told, this ship cannot sink. And then, panic begins. Lifeboats were launched half empty. First-class passengers got priority. Third-class passengers struggled to escape. And a darker truth emerged. This wasn't just a disaster. It was a class divide tragedy. And then comes the moment when people finally realize there is no escape. 2:20 a.m. The Titanic breaks in half, slowly, silently. It disappears beneath the ocean. More than 1,500 people, lost in freezing black water. Gone. Forever. And above the surface, nothing remains but silence. The Titanic wasn't just a ship, it was a lesson. Technology can be powerful, but it is never perfect. Confidence is important, but overconfidence can be deadly. And most importantly, underestimating nature is humanity's greatest mistake.